It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and we'll see this team's star quarterback. We've heard his name plenty this season with 37 tackles so far. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one. Next.
What better way to start
Sports.
off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
Here's a give up the middle. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Second down now, 7 to go. He's dropping back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. To throw here on first down. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up. Trying the right side. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. Back to throw now. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. You just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve third down and 4. They'll throw it. That's caught for the first. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Give now to the running back. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner, stopped for just 1 yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And that will not be enough for a first down.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. They'll try and throw it here. The rush gets home, and they stick him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often...
He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry, and I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush, because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. The home team's headed back out on offense as we get a look at their receiver. And he's in the midst of a phenomenal season. Right now you can see he's 2nd in the league in touchdown receptions. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They gain 14 on the play. And they'll have first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
1st and 10 from the 41. Hand off to the back. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. From the 38. Finds him over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They go play action here. Completed to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup, and that'll give him a first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Hits him on the out route. It's inside the 10. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And now they have a 1st and goal.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
First down from the red zone. Catch is made in close. And he will take this in. Touchdown. These guys go up 6-0 here in the first. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here comes this offense for its second series of the game. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They'll run here on first down. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it sets up first down. Dropping back to throw. Fires right away, but incomplete.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
Back to the air on second down. Hauled in left side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give them 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets them a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He's got it over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. He has it at the 5. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. So now here's 3rd and goal. Motioning one of the tight ends. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from this one right after this. Time to begin the second quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They need the right call here. It'll be 3rd and goal. Here's a give straight up the middle. And he's in for the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one right down the middle. And his guys tie this game 7-7. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. He fields it from the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. Throwing now on first down. Finds him on the slant. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At the 46-yard line.
From the 46. Makes the grab in bounds left side. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
To throw it on first down. He's got a man left. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1.
At the 26-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. The drive picks up here, first and 10. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Throwing from the gun here. Has it down close. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll try and punch it in. Is into the end zone. Touchdown. Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Return coming from the 6. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Now, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Offense set for a first and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up second and 7.
He'll throw it. This one's caught. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball. Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
4th and inches, but they're going to throw for it. Touchdown! Now the second time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a second home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys double their lead to 14. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And the touchdowns got to keep coming for them as they still trail here. This one falls incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Throwing on second and real long here. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing third and long. Back to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State. Punting unit out now. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 36-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Setting up a throw. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Now outruns their offense to take over. They'll start at the opposing 45 following the interception. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Option give here. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Back to the well again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
He has the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Visitors 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Cut by Sutton. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They're now set for 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
2nd and 10 now. Caught, nice gain left side. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Throwing it again here. He completes it in traffic. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way,
And he runs this one in for the touchdown. These guys grow their lead just before halftime. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And his guys double their lead to 14. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Returning it from the 4. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he hasn't been a stranger to the end zone this season. No, sir, including on their prior drive, Brock. A pretty important touchdown for him when you look at his season total. They'll throw on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Offense in the hurry up here. Finds the in route complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. To the air now on 1st and 10. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. Doesn't make the connection. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. So out now comes the punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this one is out of bounds. No return on the kick. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. 2nd and 3 now. From the 28. Gets it to him on the screen. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be a 1st down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Looking slant route, complete. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Pass play coming here. Setting up the running back screen. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. New set of downs for him at the 38. He'll throw it yet again. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again following the sack. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. One last play before the break. They'll run it here on 3rd down. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this 1st half. That brings us to halftime. It's a 14-point game after 2 quarters of play. Now we're on to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman ready to bring us the EA Sports Halftime Report. All yours, Coach. Take it away. And with a push of a button, we say so long to the Halftime Report and jump right back to the start of the 3rd quarter. Return starts at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Finds a man right side. Continuing to move past the 45. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And they're going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Throwing now on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives them the 1st. They're set up at the 35 now. They go play action on first. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. It's 2nd and goal. He's going to throw this one. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! These guys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Markers reset, ball at the 37. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He lofts it deep, right sideline. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Looking for a throw here. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got 1st down from the 31. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go play action here. Has it downfield, working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. and it'll give him a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Into the second level past the 30. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it'll give him a first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Dialing up a pass here on 3rd down. Rolling left, and the ground game works for the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And his guys drive their lead to 11. Brings in the kick at the 9. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 11. And they'll have 1st down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard, well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 15. Connecting on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
3rd down from the gun. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And this is the punt you want every time. It bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. They're going play action. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you could give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll throw on first. Looking right, and he finds him. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 2nd and 3 now. From the 47. Finds his back complete. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. He'll look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off the play fake, he'll throw. It is Cup, left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First down, ball at the 36. Lone back gets the handoff. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. So we're through 3 here. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They motion the tight end over. 2nd and 10 now. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Well, looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Here's a throw. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Going ground on 1st and goal. Is in. Touchdown! These guys have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys cut the lead down to just 2.
Visitors 33.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Fielded at the 7. He's stuffed on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Throwing now off play action. Brought in right side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Cut by Sutton. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 48. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that 1st down. Well done.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll give him a 1st down. Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
Ball start.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Running it after the penalty. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a 4-yard scamper, and they get some yards back. It's 2nd and 11.
4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Throwing now from the gun. He's got a man left. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The visitors returning their offense, and this running back to the field. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. And now they face 2nd down. Right up the gut. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. They're throwing it. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Pass play now. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Oh, he's out of time, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they...
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
On now comes their punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And now he's going to call for the fair catch and take it just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31. Airing it out to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And it sets up 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing it again here. Finds him on the slant. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
From the 27. Looking slant route, complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning. These guys leading by 5. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Back-to-back carries here. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Back to throw it. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. This is biggest moment of the game so far. An important field goal try here. It's a 36-yard look for him. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Starting from the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. He'll look to throw it. And a man is there to knock that away.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Dumped off to his running back. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly. To throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Looking to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return. And as they celebrate the turnover, we're going to shift our focus to one of his teammates who appears to be injured following that play. Team staff heading out to look at him now. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
He'll go to a knee to close this one out, Brock, and it's only fitting that he's holding the ball in the end after the absolutely tremendous game that he had. They can let the clock run out here, but let's see if they resist the temptation to add on 3 more instead. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It was a great effort from our winners as we say thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.